Here's where we're at. We're out in Pyote, Texas at PDC Disposal Company, disposal well. See the trucks offloading, coming into the plant. Pretty significant plant. This plant could do up to 20,000 barrels, but they just don't have the ability to bring that much fluid here right now with the slow down the action. Big gun barrel. System actually feeds those back 3 tanks first, then it comes through the gun barrel. Oil tanks to your far right. They're throwing some chemical in here to emulsify. So with us, you actually don't even need any chemical. We're eliminating the need for chemical. This system's actually pulling from this buffer tank, and the way this system or this component works is we're actually dewatering the fluid. So it's not a single pass. We're essentially eliminating the water from the system and pulling it out. The clean water is actually passing into these back far tanks for our storage. This is where we're pulling off the plant. Flow meter we put in to give us volume reading. Basically what we have is right now we're opened up and we're basically going to run at about 5,200 barrels a day on a daily average. And as you can see, I can actually fluctuate the volume, draw it back. The front end systems, the front units will run up to about 8,600 barrels a day. Combined, the entire system's running at about, say, 3,500, 2,000 to 3,500 barrels. They're planted about 100 psi. And we're bringing it in right off the back end. This pump is sending the fluid straight out to the injection well. It's about say 800 to 1,000 yards through that field. Again, we're on the back end of their disposal well. This is all product that has already gone through their gun barrel. You can kind of see our setup. Start with generator. We've got a 230 kW generator we're running all this equipment off of. Basically, it's all standard 3-phase. I'm going to start up our front side. Basically, we're coming off the plant into this front filter. First, we're going to run off this front side. And this is the first pass getting a lot of the real heavy material off of it. Right now, we're running at about 30 hertz. So right now, we'll run at about 4,500, 5,000 barrels a day. These are self-backwashing filters. Basically have a larger media on the front side, tighter media on the back, getting you prepared to go to the polisher. Probably hear the air actuator. Basically the controls are switching the valves with compressed air. Basically this is a beefed up ceramic system. Each chamber has 37 ceramic filtration membranes that are special technology that are all treated. So we basically have 10 different chambers, 370 ceramic filtration membranes in this system. We're running off of a 125 horsepower pump. Pretty beefed up control system. We have a secondary pump for circulation to get basically the water out to the freshwater tanks. The feed is coming into the system. This is the kind of water that we're getting out of, that we're feeding to the plant. So that's our feed water. This is our clean water. We'll let this settle out, but basically we've got micro bubbles as we're running the system. As it's pushing it through, that material is going to create a bunch of micro bubbles. But as you find some light here, as you watch it, it'll basically clear up rather quickly. This product, essentially bacteria free, free of hydrocarbons, dropping different metals out that we're focused on here. Iron, barium, boron, drop to levels that are absolutely within recycle parameters for the operators. Little bit of foam on top, it'll dissipate just with the bubbles coming off of it. This is your very clean brine water. So this product, I'm not too worried about it. It still has some salinity to it, but overall, to go from that kind of feed water at the end of the day to, again, a very clean, the suspended solids probably 5 to 10 ppm on the TSS level. Water, because we're not selling water out here and there's no market to sell water, what we would do to treat that and to get rid of the water when we put this plant out, we'd essentially build a pit, be about a 200 by 200 square pit with some evaporators, high-speed evaporators. Get rid of that, then we'll have a commodity in the salt. We can actually sell that back. Probably the cleanest salt water that you can find. So what we've got is we've got the water being stored in these tanks. Through these transfer pumps, we're throwing it back up into their plant, and right now they're throwing that back down the hole. Our test trailer, we just keep it out here, so when different people want us to run to a site and do a demonstration, pull this to a site, the power on this is 3-phase, so we always need a small generator to go with it. But this system will do 8 to 12 GPM. Again, just a small test unit. We have some things that we test. This is a media tank. It's got some different things in it that we're testing right now. Anyway, just want to give you a sense of all the widgets and tools we've got, man. This is a pretty unique one. So we can basically pull this anywhere.